So in the last session, we have discussed the first three properties of cross cover spectral density. Now we'll discuss the property number 4, that is Sxy of omega is equal to 0 and Syx of omega is equal to 0 if x of t and y of t are orthogonal. If x of t and y of t are orthogonal, what is Sxy of omega will be 0, Syx of omega will be 0. Now we'll see the proof of this. So from the properties of cross correlation, so we know that if x of t and y of t are orthogonal, if x of t and y of t are orthogonal, then their cross correlation function r by x of tau and r by xy of tau will be equal to 0. This is the property of cross correlation. So if x of t and y of t are orthogonal, what is their cross correlation will be 0. That is r xy of tau, r by x of tau will be equal to 0. And we know that what is Sxy of omega is the Fourier transform of Rxy of tau. Okay. Since Rxy of tau is 0, what is their Fourier transform? Rxy of tau is 0. So what is its Fourier transform will be 0. Okay. So Sxy of omega will be 0 since Rxy of tau is 0. Since Rxy of tau is 0. Similarly, Syx of tau, Syx of omega is 0 since what is r by x of tau is 0. This is our fourth property. Okay. Now discuss the fifth property. The fifth property is that if x of t and y of t are uncorrelated and have constant mean values. Say what are the mean values here? X bar and y bar. Then what is Sxy of omega can be written as 2 pi x bar y bar del of omega. Okay. So this is our fifth property. Now we'll see the proof of this. So we know that what is Sxy of omega can be written as, it is a Fourier transform of Rxy of tau e power minus j omega tau d tau. Okay, it is the Fourier transform of Rxy of tau. So it is integral minus infinity to plus infinity Rxy of tau e power minus j omega tau d tau. Okay, so it is equal to, so you know that what is Rxy of tau? It is the expected value of x of t, y of t plus tau. Rxy of tau is expected value of x of t, y of t plus tau. Okay. So Sxy of omega can be written as integral minus infinity to plus infinity expected value of x of t, y of t plus tau e power minus j omega tau d tau. And what is given in the statement? It is given that x of t and y of t are uncorrelated. Okay. So in the cross correlation, if x of t, y of t are uncorrelated, they are also independent. If these are uncorrelated, what happens to that? It becomes independent. Okay, these two random process becomes independent. So since x of t, y of t are uncorrelated, so it can be written as expected value of x of t, y of t plus tau can be written as. Now we will be, if it is independent, what is expected value of x of t, y of t plus tau? Now we apply expectation separately each and every random process. Okay. So that is expected value of x of t into expected value of y of t. And what is given? What is that? It is having the mean x bar and y of t plus tau. It is also the expected value of a random process. So that is why this can be written as y bar. Okay. So what is expected value of x of t is x bar. Expected value of y of t plus tau is y bar. Okay. Now substitute that in this equation. Substitute this in equation 1. So substitute equation 2 in equation 1. Then s x y of omega can be written as integral minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay. So this can be written as x bar y bar e power minus j omega tau d tau. Okay. So x bar y bar are the constants. X bar y bar are the constants. Integral minus infinity to plus infinity e power minus j omega tau d tau. Okay. So it is nothing but what? It is nothing but. So what is this? It is the inverse Fourier transform of 2 pi del of omega. It is inverse Fourier transform of 2 pi del of omega. So you have studied in the signals and systems, that is 2 pi del of omega. What is that? It is the inverse Fourier transform of e power j omega t. So instead of t, what we have here? Tau. Okay. So integral minus infinity to plus infinity e power minus j omega tau d tau is equal to 2 pi del of omega. So what is that? S x y of omega can be written as, okay, it is 2 pi x bar y bar del of omega. So S x y of omega is equal to what? It is 2 pi x bar y bar del of omega. Okay. So this is our fifth property. Now sixth property is very important. Okay, it is similar to the sixth property, that is seventh property of power spectral density. Okay, so sixth property of this is similar to the seventh property of power spectral density. Okay, what is the sixth property here? The time average. The time average of the cross correlation function. Cross correlation function and cross power spectral density function. Cross power spectral density or Fourier transform pairs or Fourier transform pairs. What is that given? S x y of omega will be equal to what? It is a Fourier transform of time average of cross correlation Rxy of t comma t plus tau. Okay, and S by x of omega is equal to what? It is Fourier transform of time average. It is A of R by x of t comma t plus tau. Okay, and also if x of t and y of t are White's and stationary, if these are jointly White's and stationary, what is the condition for jointly White's and stationary? If the random processes are jointly White's and stationary, then these two processes are individually White's and stationary, and the cross correlation of these two random processes is function of tau. Okay. So what is that here? This what is the other condition here? The time average is equal to time autocorrelation or time cross correlation will be equal to ensemble cross correlation. So this time cross correlation becomes ensemble cross correlation. So Rxy of omega will become Fourier transform of Rxy of tau, because the condition for voids and stationary. So it is function of tau and time average will be equal to ensemble average. Similarly, S by x of omega will be equal to what? Fourier transform of R by x of tau. Okay. So this is very important, that time average of cross correlation function and cross power spectral density function form Fourier transform pairs. Okay. So this is our sixth problem. Now we'll discuss the proof of this. So for this, you should know the Fourier transforms properly. If you don't know the Fourier transforms, it is very difficult to do the problems in this topic. Okay. So now take the proof. Consider x of t and y of t are real random process. These are the real random process. And what is xt of t and yt of t are defined in the interval minus t2 plus t, only in the interval minus t2 plus t. Okay. So then what is xt of omega? What is xt of omega? It is the Fourier transform of xt of t over the interval minus t2 plus t. Okay. So it is given as integral minus t2 plus t x of t e power minus j omega t dt. Similarly, yt of omega. So yt of omega is Fourier transform of yt of t, yt of t in the interval minus t2 plus t. Now to avoid to differentiate this e power minus j omega t with the e power j omega t we are getting here. So in here we are taking as yt1 e power minus j omega t1 dt1. Okay. Now what is xt of omega, yt of omega? It is equal to integral minus t2 plus t x of t e power minus j omega t dt, integral minus t2 plus t y of t1 e power minus j omega t1 dt1. Okay. Now we know that what is the definition for cross power spectral density function? The second definition, Rxy of tau, Rxy of omega. What is the formula? It is limit t tends to infinity. Okay. Expected value of xt star of omega yt of omega by 2t. This is the formula for cross power spectral density function. Okay. Now we substitute this xt star of omega yt of omega in this formula. Right? Sxy of omega, Sxy of omega can be written as Sxy of omega can be written as limit t tends to infinity. Okay, expected value of what is the formula? It is integral minus t2 plus t. X of t is the real process. Here you have minus sign. No? We have minus sign. If you apply conjugate, this becomes plus e power j omega t dt. Okay, and xt of omega will be same. Y of t e power minus j omega t1, here we have taken t1 dt1 by 2t. Okay. Now this can be written as limit t tends to infinity 1 by 2t. Okay. Now we will be applying expectation to the random process. What are the random process here? X of t, y of t1. To this we are applying expectation. Okay. This can be written as e power j omega minus j omega t1 minus t, okay, dt1 by 2t we have already written here by 2t. Okay. So what is this? This is the formula for cross correlation. So that is why this can be written as limit t tends to infinity 1 by 2t integral minus t to plus t integral minus t to plus t. This is r x y of t comma t1. What is here? We have t. Here we have t1. Okay. So e power minus j omega t1 minus t dt dt1 dt1. Okay. Now substitute t1 is equal to t plus tau. Substitute t1 is equal to t plus tau. Just write this formula. It is limit t tends to infinity 1 by 2t integral minus t to plus t. Okay. Integral minus t to plus t r x y of here t comma t plus tau. Here t1 is t plus tau. So what we get here e power j omega tau. Okay. So dt d tau. Now if you observe this equation, just observe this equation. Okay, we know that limit t tends to infinity 1 by 2t integral minus t to plus t r x y of tau beta. Sorry, r x y of here what we have t comma t plus tau dt we have no. So what is this formula? This is the time average. It is time average of r x y of t comma t plus tau. This is the formula of time average of r x y of t comma t plus tau. So this formula s x y of omega can be written as, so it is integral minus t to plus t, the time average of r x y of t comma t plus tau. Okay, e power minus j omega tau beta. So what is this formula? Observe this formula. This is the formula for Fourier transform of the time average of r x y of t comma t plus tau. Okay. So it is satisfying the first condition. What is first condition? The first condition is that the time average of or cross correlation function. Time average of cross correlation function and cross power spectral density form Fourier transform pair. Okay. Now, if x of t and y of t are whites and stationary, okay, and jointly whites and stationary. If these are jointly whites and stationary, now we know that what is the time average? Here it is function of tau. So time average will be equal to ensemble average. Time average will be equal to ensemble average. So what is r x y of tau? Will be Fourier transform of s x y of omega. Similarly, r y x of tau will be Fourier transform of s y x of omega. Okay, this is the seventh property of cross power spectral density function.